Hello everyone, this is Danny Sampson. I'm going to explain C++ programming language. There are total 5 questions. This is the first question. To find the palindrome of a given number. This is the program for that. First we taking this is header file for that, and we taking integer int and number and digit and or is equal to 0. These are the variables I am taken, and this is the output. Enter the number. When we type the number, this will taken into the number, and we taking n is equal to number, and we taking the while loop that num is not equal to 0. If this line is true means this line will be executed. Digit is equal to num present 10, and this line will be executed by digit is equal to num by 10 means if I give 1 to 1 means it will take the remainder of 1, and the 1 will be taken to this line, and the 1 will be added to this line, and this last line will be take the another last number of the integer, and this will be continue like this. When it finished, this will take the answer into the river. This will how can I say, this will take the number as a reverse order, and when we going to check if palindrome or not, if n is equal to the original number and the reverse number will be true means this will check that. If reverse number and original number will say means this output will be print palindrome. If it's not means not palindrome. Let's we check this output. I'm taking 1 to 1. See, it's palindrome. Like that, if I give 1 2 3 means it's not palindrome. This is the program that. And let's we move on to the second program. To find the following pattern, we want to print like this. This is the output, sample output. Let's we go move on to the program. This is the program for that. This is the header file. First 3 lines are, and this is the integer I have taken I, j, k, and I taken k is equal to 0, and I run the for loop for loop I is equal to 1, and I is lesser than or equal to 4, and I given an increment. If this line is 2 means this will go on to the next loop called j. This, and I want to say that I is for row and j is for space. For like for using I want to print like that pattern, so that I taken this lines j for I is equal to j, and I is lesser than or equal to 4 minus 1, and I j increment. If this lines is true means this will give space. This line will be continue forever. When this line will still fail, at the time only this line will stopped, and when it stops it goes to the next while loop, and the while loop is good. The while loop gives one condition. This condition is true means this will print a star, and when it star print it will give a increment, and this goes to this the k. If the k is 1 means this will increment, and this k is goes to 2, and this operator is going to continue, and when it's executed to failed, this will go on to the k is equal to 0, and this will give a new line, and this program will be finished. I will see you the output. See, like this, I already given the rows and column the number, that's why it's not asking. Okay, let's move on to the third question. They also given that pattern we want to print like this. This is the number pattern we want to print like this. Let's move on to the question. This is the header file. First 3 lines are, and we taking int row and x is equal to 0. We already declared x is equal to 0, and we taken 2 rows. We asking how many rows are there, and this row, the answer is taken into the rows integer, and we taken a for loop I is equal to 0, and I is lesser than row and I plus plus, and if this line is true means it will go on to the next for loop. This is for space. This for loop is for, and space is equal to 0, and space is lesser than or equal to row minus 1. The row is we already, this was asking that if you give 3 means the row will be 3. 3 minus I is 0, and this answer will be 3, and space is 1. Why this line will be true, and when it's true it will give a space. and this will be go on to the next time. This will continue like this, and when this for loop will fail, at the time only this line command will be stopped, and then when it stop, it will go on to the next this for loop. This for loop is for printing numbers and int. We taken j is equal to 0 and j is lesser than or equal to I and j plus plus. When this line is run and we get in the number as j is equal to 0 or I is equal to 0. If we get this 0, j is equal to 0 or I is equal to any of the number I or j, if we get 0 means the x will be printed as 1, and we get the input as 1 like that. And if it's not getting 0 means this command will be goes to this else part, and x is equal to x, this command will be run. If runs, and this will print in this output format. Let's check on this output. Number of rows, I'm going to give an 4 example. See, this will run like this. If we get 0 means like this, the 1 and 1 are printed. If it's not means this 2 and 3 will be like the printed. I will give an example so that. Okay, let's move on to the next question. This program for electrical bill for following tariff. They already given like a given example unit. If this 1 to 100 means this is the price they offered, and 101 to 300 means this is offered. Like this we want to write a program. They already given a range, and we want to given that amount for this unit. Like that we want to write a program. This program is a little simple. This is the program for that. First we want to write a 3 header file, and we taken an integer as u, cost, t. These are the 3 integers, and we taken the unit of a consumer, and we taken the unit in the u, and we want to write that command. This is a command for that taken in the control statement. This if this 1 to 100 unit means 1 minute. 1 to 100 and 1 to 100 unit means this will happen. Cost is equal to 1.0 paisa, and if it fails means this will go on to this one, and 101 to 300 means this will cost 2.3. If this also fails means it will go on to like this. It will move on to this one. If it's 2 means it will print on t. Like I will print example. If I give 104 means it will give the like this. This is the amount I want to pay. This simple program. And this is the last question. We want to give a calculator program, develop a calculator program. They already given operators. We want to write a program for these operators. This is the program. First, in first 3 lines I write a header file, and OP is a character, so I given a character, and number 1 and number 2 is a integer, so I declare as a int, and we want to give taken a 2 numbers and want to execute in number 1 and number 2, and then we want to enter the operator, and then we taken into the OP, and using switch case. If I give plus means this num1 num2 will added, and this will break. This will closed, and if I give minus means num1 and num1 minus num2 will be happened, and this will break. And otherwise if I give star multiply means num1 into num2 break. If I give slash divide means num1 divided by num2 break, and this is a mod, and num1 is divided by num2 break. Default is if default I given this for invalid operator. If I given other operator like how can I say, if I give we give any other operator, like we given mention any, we given any other operator, like we didn't mention plus means we give plus means this will the invalid operator. This is the program, and I run the number 2, and second number is 4, and the operator is plus. See, 2 plus 4 is 6. Like this program will be run. and I finished all the 5 programs.